11 a.m. Check out, might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess on my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the errands need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than imagine. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they thinking, they don't even gotta say it. No, they thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They can't take it to 10. Hey.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
There we go. Here we go. Set. 18 Gator. Pick your game up. Ready.
Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Hill. Going for the deep ball. It got his man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us to their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Justin Houston making his presence felt there in the backfield.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Just beating the play clock is Hill. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Bill 180, clock 15. 50.
Here's the second year back out of NC State, Naheem Hines. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
That's 180. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe.
Now the leading rusher for the Pats last year is a rookie, Sony Michel. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Strong start by this defense. 3rd and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they met it in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Let's go now. 30 base.
59, like the 59. Hey, defense, let's go.
Hill on first down. The connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Here we go.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A shotgun snap for Hill. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
To throw again on second down. Hill. This one caught by Isabella. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 33.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Ready.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Look at me, zipper.
Hill throwing once more. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Ground 80. Watch twist. Behind.
Following the interception here, Rivers. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. A gain of 6 there on first. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a give, right side. Hines. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
190. Mike 50.
In your face.
Line 5-4. 50, Mike 50.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. Devin Bush brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
The first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from the Motor City. It's the Lions that have grabbed the early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Rivers. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Stay there. 380. Hey, Delta. White, 89.
Rivers. He finds his target. It's Evans. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Hines. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Ready. Block 15.
Yo.
They run with Hines. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Bullock good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Play action. It's Hill. Eluding the pressure right. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now Hill looking to throw on first. That was complete. He finds Sharp. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Colts pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Hines on the toss play. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Round 80.
Here we go.
Cluster. Bravo.
On third down, Rivers. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On first down, here's Breida. And an alley to run. And now look at him go. Past the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Matt Breida, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They did nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals. All right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it. This is Michel. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Block 11!
Check my 50. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Back.
Check 13. Check 13.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Keeping it on the ground on first, Michelle. And he'll be brought down short of the 15, but a really good move on the run. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 16-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the 16, Rivers. He's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Rivers now toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now it's Hines. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Naeem Hines with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And it's now 21-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hill, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ben Banagoo in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. after the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And
is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this run? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Hey, Steve 6.
To throw is Hill. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
General West.
Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Hill. And a big loss here as he's taken down. D Ford in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
To 180.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Set 180, round 80.
You gonna get this boy?
Play 89.
On second down, it's Hines. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Set 390.
Watch it, watch the slant.
Hey, easy.
55 is my guy, 55.
Flip.
To throw on third down, Rivers. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Had to pass there, third and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for third and short, because when it's third and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
Returnable for Grant. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, and it's third down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Dee Ford, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
At the 28-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
12.
Throwing, Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Darren Lee charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on third down. From the gun, Rivers. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for fourth. The Colts send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Here's Hill. And his pass is intercepted. And he lost the football. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been at a lot of practices. It's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling, maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
Set, 180. 50 to Mike, 50 to Mike. I got you, pop.
Rivers on 1st down. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Rivers to throw it. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Willie Henry muscled his way in for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Mike, stay there. Stay there. Black 15. Man, that's trash.
On the delay, here's Hines. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a good. You and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
On 1st down, it's Hill. That'll be complete to Breida. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Hill. The open man is sharp. It's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A 14-yard 1st down pickup for the Jaguars. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Up to make the stop, the Texans' leading tackler a year ago, Zach Cunningham.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out. on this third quarter of play. Back now in Indianapolis. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the fourth. The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Hill. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Well, you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards. They're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here's Hill. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
2nd and 11 at the 41-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
My 50, my 50.
Hey, Delta.
Come on now.
Now Rivers.
Come on, QB, come on.
And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big play there for Indy. 41 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Check nine.
This is Hines. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
Let's get it.
That 180, 390.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Wait.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rivers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Colts on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Bullock good on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Hill going back to the air on 2nd down. That ball complete to Isabella. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Carved that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Not that time for Watkins. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Brings up 2nd and 12. At the 33-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Colts on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Hey, Brown 80.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's get it.
Draw play. This is Hines. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Set. Block 15. Go.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And an alley to run. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. On second down now, it's Hines. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be third down.
Third down and 2.
180, 190.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Watch the run.
They run again with Hines. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's first and goal.
Colts, first down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. And they take a knee. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last point of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Colts, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week.
I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer.